it's causing the wrist to turn here, here, and here all at the same time. That sucks. You do not want to be wrist locked that way, right? Most people just kind of grab it and push, grab it and push. Now, we're doing tweaking, and we're doing pulling and pushing and twisting all at the same time. But without getting too detailed about it, I'm simply saying grab your wrist and push in that spot. If I say grab the wrist and push in that spot, think about what we just talked about. You're weakening the hand, you're weakening the wrist, you're causing 3 concentric circles in the direction of the wrist at the same time. And all I said was grab the hand and push in that spot. Right? That's why we don't want to get... So this makes the wrist lock so much easier to do. Right? Now, to test this theory, all right, there's many times people will resist. Okay? You'll get here, you'll do this thing, and they'll make a fist type. Right?
We don't want to resist.
And you're like, oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. On the street, you think somebody might resist? I'm going to wrist lock them? Yeah, they might fight back. We don't fight back in the class, but they'll fight back on the street. But if I do this, type, right? Well, all my wrist lock stuff doesn't work. Let's try it this way. Type. Resist.
I like the sound effects, Justin.
So it kind of proves a point where just trying to get the leverage of doing this works in certain situations. All right? Okay? If I do this and then press here, okay, remember doing it this way, I can't do it? Okay.
Oh. Oh, I like the sound of your camera.
The entire structure of the lid. The wrist is gone, the hand is gone, the angle is there. Does that make sense? So that's why we do wrist locks the way we do. Right? And if you throw a punch, straight punch, right? Look, I'm here already. There it is. Right? If he makes it face, he makes it face. If he doesn't, it's a bonus. Right? But it's still going to work.
I don't think you struggled enough, Justin.
So try that. Play that a little bit. If you want to use the fist thing, get into your normal wrist lock position, right? And see if this will work. Don't kill the guy. We're not trying to kill the person. And then try doing it this way. See how you reach around and kind of pull back? Because I've weakened the structure first. If I come against somebody bigger and stronger than me, I can't rely on my technique. Technique isn't always going to work. Right? We learn techniques, but it's the concepts and the principles behind the techniques that make them work. And what I try to focus on is the concepts and the principles. I can teach anybody how to twist a wrist, but I have to teach people how to twist a wrist what I consider correctly so that it works every time, regardless of the size of the person that's working. In class, it always works. It always works. You can have a 6'5" back and maybe you can wrist lock them. Why? Because you're in class. Now imagine if you get somebody who's complaining and do this even worse. Down the road real quick. So try it. You have to turn on your partner, understand what we're doing.
Cap.
Here,
Sorry, Cap.